Comic book fans, welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. I'm your ever-loving host, Shorty. If you watch this on YouTube, you're probably thinking this is a weird aspect ratio. Yeah, I've done a slightly different layout. I'll explain why at the tail end of this video, but it's not really important to the review, so I'm just going to crack on with that, and then if you're interested in why it looks the way it looks, you can find out if you're such a curious fella. This is a review of giant-sized Spider-Man, and I am going to break one of my cardinal things, which I don't think I ever recall doing. I'm going to complain about a Cody Ziglar comic book. Because it's Cody Ziglar. And I generally love the story in here. I think there's some fantastic things happening. I think it's really good at what it sets out to do. But it shouldn't be in this comic book. Oh, by the way, Coelho on the artwork is absolutely fantastic as well. I really probably not going to have much time to talk about how good his artwork is. I can see why they picked him. He is fantastic. His fight scenes are brilliant. His detailed character work and how he makes Venom and all the characters look is brilliant. But it's frustrating that I am still going to complain about this comic book, because what it is a giant-sized Spider-Man, 50th anniversary, with a whopping $7 price tag on it, or £6.10 if you have real money. And it feels 100% like this exists because Marvel is a corporation owned by a billionaire who wants some more money, instead of just being part of the ongoing Miles Morales Spider-Man story, which it absolutely is. It is tied into the gang war situation that's going on. It is carrying on so many of the story plot points from the Miles Morales ongoing, which I adore. First and foremost, the replacement of Peter Parker as his mentor with Misty Knight has been just glorious. Every step of this story on the way has been divine. The characterization of the characters are brilliant. Their relationship, their dialogue, everything that they do together, and how they're clearly working out this fantastic mentor-mentee relationship. It is brilliant. We've got the fact that he's going through therapy and getting help, something which is very, very rare for people of colour to go and do. The fact that he's a young, mixed-race superhero and he's willing to accept that he needs help, that is fantastic. And we see this coming across. We see it making him a better person and a better hero. It's brilliant. We've got the whole gang war situation going on with the various factions doing stuff within the city, which ties into not only the Miles Morales thing that's ongoing at the moment, but also the gang war thing that's going on. There's also references to the Carnage thing, which happened last year, the Ziglar was involved in, and even some references, or at least subtextually, to the Venom run that Al Ewing and Ram V were working on. Obviously, that one's not Ziglar, but it still kind of makes sense that it fits in within the context because of how much has crossed over with the Carnage Reign things, which was very much a Ziglar jam. So there's all these things happening, which are all absolutely brilliant. It shouldn't be a 50th anniversary giant-sized Spider-Man. The page count given up to the Miles Morales story is pretty much what you get in a random issue of Miles Morales, and it fits in really nicely. I'm buying this just because it does feel like it's part of the story. It may not get referenced again. It might just be that they've done this separate standalone story because they had some cool ideas to do with Venom and they wanted to get them out in the world. Maybe that's it. But if I'm being completely honest, what it mostly feels like is they wanted some extra page count so they can sell it for more, and they've jammed in an appearance of Venom in the Ultimate Spider-Man thing from Brian Michael Bendis. He's literally just reprinting an earlier comic book. That's half of the book. That's half of what you're paying for. And it's not like it's a bad issue. It's kind of cool. There's some nice little moments in there. I think it's the same artist who's done this one. They've done the front matter story for it, and it looks brilliant. The Venom in that looks absolutely spectacular. And there's some really nice emotional beats in that story. It does some cool stuff. But it exists already. It is out there in multiple formats. It doesn't need to be in here. It certainly doesn't need to be part of the story. I feel like it doesn't really tie in that much, other than it's like, hey, here's Miles Morales, and hey, here's Venom, and they're hanging out, and isn't that a thing that we're talking about? Because look, here they are. Look, there they are. That's the two of them together. Unnecessary is all I can really say to it. And it sucks, because it's good. I don't like being too critical of comic books I actually enjoy, but I can't help it in this case. I mean, you have this wonderful moment, right, where Venom makes his first appearance as his hulking shadow behind Misty Knight as we're setting up what is effectively a massive long fight scene. But then when he actually arrives, it is absolutely amazing. You see him for full. He bursts through the door in this wonderful bit of kinetic artwork. It is spectacular, and starts a multi-page long fight sequence with multiple combatants with their own motivations, their own styles of fighting, their own levels of power, and it is brilliant. There's some really nice emotional payoff at the end. There's some intelligent storytelling, and then it ends, and I left thinking, Why am I paying so much for this? It's done. It should have just been a regular issue. And I would have loved it if it was. It'd have been another in a continuing series of fantastic Miles Morales Spider-Man by Cody Ziglar. And it's frustrating me. It is. I don't like being negative about it, but I can't help it. That's it for this week, though. There's really nothing else to review that's not part of a big ongoing story or more of a one-shot than an issue one. But next week we should hopefully have some more things to review. So until then, look after each other, everyone. Stay safe. And before I say goodbye, yes, we are in a slightly different format. The reason I'm doing this is a while ago, I started doing videos recorded both on a laptop and on my phone. To put one on TikTok, one onto YouTube. TikTok doesn't really have that much impact on me. I don't really use it that much. I got fed up with uploading twice. But this format is obviously the TikTok format. But because a social thing I am on quite a lot at the moment is Threads. You can find us at Ka-Pow Comics UK. I have seen a bunch of people upload their videos directly into their feed instead of just linking to an external site like YouTube, which I do all the time, and people seem to enjoy it. So what I'm going to be doing is trying to see if this format, like put straight into the feed, might actually get just more people. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind that not many people watch my YouTube videos. I'm doing this because I enjoy talking about comic books. It is fun. It's a hobby. But if I can reach a few more people, maybe some more people might buy some cool comic books, and I can't help but think that that's just a good thing to do. So who knows? This may be the format from now on. I'm going to try it for a while, see how it goes. If it ends up being a pain in the neck and I don't get any real benefit from doing it, then I'll just go back to the old-fashioned way. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Bye!